for what I bought it, at first I couldn't get the 30 amps in the truck to turn that AC on at all. I mean, it would just boom, and then I went to my Ford dealer, and they said, I say, something wrong with this thing? Yeah, you told me that I can plug a welding machine in there, and I just plugged my RV, it's 30 amp, we should start it. And he says, everything is fine. So I went back and forth, and so said, I got your product, it worked. So it's to me, that's what, that's my case. So the second thing, I have a 2022 Rockwood. It's a 50 amp RV. And to tell you the truth, the one thing I wanted the most to do with it, I got a 2023 F-150 with a 7.2 kW inverter built in the back. I wanted to go to my RV where it's parked, where it's stored, at, be able to go in, be able to use the AC, because you know how hot it gets in here during the summer, and being able to do things. And I ordered the truck with the 7.5 kW because they told me that was got a 30 amp built in, and then you said with the 30 amp I was able to do it. The first time I tried it, it kicked up the air conditioner. So I said, okay, let's take it from the starter here. So I took all the breakers off on the RV. I connected it again to the truck, and then I left the macro, I left all the breakers. I just went ahead and put the AC, number 1 AC to start, which started it. It was fine. And after 20 minutes or so, I say, this works pretty good. I'm gonna try to start the second AC. The second AC, it started for a little while and it shut down. Now, I'm not using an inverter from, like you said, like a generator, portable, little one. I do have one in my house if I wanted to use it. But my concept, what I wanted to do is that any place that I go with my truck and the RV, I'll be able to use the AC or whatever components are from there off. But so what I did, I was talking to my electrician. He says, everything works, but I should be able with the 30 amp. But Jose, you got 30 amp when you go to an RV camp, you're only using one AC. You're not using, unless you got the 50 amp, you're not using both. And he tried, what's the load on the one, what's the load on the second one, and stuff like that. And what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm going from a dog bone 30 amp in my inverter in the truck to the hot wire of the RV. He says, what kind of dog bone that you're using to put both together? And I showed him, I said this, and he says, why don't you use a 50 amp dog bone from the inverter to the 50 amp connection of the RV and see what happens. Like I said, my wife went through a hip transplant and all that, surgery and all that, and we couldn't do much for 2 months. But right after I had a little chance to go back and try this out, it worked. But I didn't have, every time that I tried to do something, I didn't have enough time, to say, well, it's working. It's just be there for an hour, do things, put some other breakers on, and see how's everything. So I think that was the ticket. I think the 50 amp dog bone, do you understand that it's connected to the inverter on the back of the truck? It stays in 50 and then it runs into, so the RV thinks that he's connected to a 50 amp breaker, but I'm not. I'm really only connected to 30 amp. Did it work? Yes, it did work. Did I try it a couple of times, this and that, and some other times? No, I haven't. Then we got the holidays and this and that. I just been just going back and forth, and just we did one trip to San Agustin for about a week during December. My wife wanted to see the lights and all that, but I didn't need the self starter. I keep it, I have it in my truck, but I think it's a great concept because, like you say, you move out. Say that another year or two, I decided that I want to upgrade in the RV. I want to downgrade in the RV. I don't want to stick $300 plus the favor of somebody that I have to give him some cash here and there for whatever it was. This way, I can turn this thing in, and that self start is mine. It's in my truck, and I say I see a lot of uses for it too. So to me, it's great.